When you think of a farm, you might picture endless fields stretching to the horizon and massive roaring tractors plowing the land. But Pete and Hilarie Larson saw things differently. For them, 45 acres wasn't a limitation. It was an invitation to build a life rooted in purpose, tradition, and quiet resilience. Once entrenched in city life, Pete as a successful architect and Hilarie as a dedicated nurse, they made the life-altering decision to return to Pete's seventh-generation family farm in upstate New York. What followed was more than a career change. It was a full-circle journey back to their roots. Their YouTube channel, Just a Few Acres Farm, now followed by nearly 500,000 people, chronicles this transformation with raw honesty and gentle charm. For viewers, it's more than content. It's a source of calm, inspiration, and sometimes a gentle nudge to rethink what a meaningful life looks like. Of course, this life isn't without its challenges. Living off the land requires stamina, sacrifice, and the ability to fix just about anything with your own two hands. But the rewards? They're rich in family, sustainability, and self-reliance. So today, let's explore how this humble 45-acre farm became a beacon of simplicity and sustainability. Well, long before the hum of a tractor or the glow of a camera lens, Pete Larson was a city man with a rural heart. Born on a farm that had been in his family since 1804, Pete grew up surrounded by the rhythms of central New York's Finger Lakes, cows grazing, fields swaying, and the quiet wisdom of generations past. But like many young dreamers, he felt the pull of something bigger. He left the farm for Syracuse University, where he earned a degree in architecture and carved out a 20-year career, eventually becoming a partner at a respected firm. Success, it seemed, was his. In Syracuse, Pete met Hilarie, a nurse whose compassion matched his quiet determination. Together, they built a life most would envy. A comfortable home, 3 bright children, Cora, Grace, and Henry, and the hum of city life to keep them busy. Yet for Pete, something was missing. The farm, with its weathered barns and ancestral echoes, never stopped calling. It wasn't just land. It was a legacy, a tether to his roots that tugged at his soul. In 1996, Pete and Hilarie left behind city life and settled into Pete's grandfather's old farmhouse, a weathered structure built in 1870 that had been quiet for 20 years. Over the next decade, they brought the house back to life, one beam and floorboard at a time. Every repair was more than just physical labor. It was a promise to preserve history while shaping their own future. The home became a bridge between generations, filled once again with warmth, purpose, and care. By 2013, Pete had built a strong career in architecture, yet something deep within him felt unsettled. The routines of office life didn't satisfy the deeper calling he felt from the land. That February, he stepped away from his firm for 6 months and began raising broiler chickens. Feeding them, watching them grow, and selling his first batch lit a spark in him. Farming offered something solid and meaningful, a renewed sense of direction and connection. By Labor Day, Pete had made up his mind. The farm had stirred something in him that couldn't be ignored. He sold his share in the architectural firm, paid off the family's mortgage, and committed fully to a new way of life. The decision reshaped everything. Their household income dropped to 1/3 of what it had once been. With savings as their safety net, the family, Hilarie, Cora, Grace, and Henry, rallied around the vision, embracing a lifestyle built on simplicity and purpose. They chose to operate without loans, putting every dollar earned directly back into the farm. The days were long and demanding. From early morning feedings to fence repairs and unpredictable weather, the work never let up. Pete's passion for vintage equipment became essential. Restoring old farmall tractors like the H and Super C helped keep their overhead low. Hilarie, with her calm presence and nurturing nature, brought balance to both farm and family. 7 years passed with careful spending and relentless effort. There were late nights filled with uncertainty and quiet doubts. Still, they pressed on. And by 2020, the farm had become self-sustaining. What started as a leap of faith had grown into a life built on endurance, shared sacrifice, and a deep-rooted belief in what truly mattered. In 2019, Pete made a quiet but pivotal decision. He launched the Just a Few Acres Farm YouTube channel. His goal wasn't to go viral or chase internet fame. He simply wanted to share their way of life. A small farm, grounded in tradition, sustained by hard work and heart. Drawing from his background in architecture, Pete brought a natural ease to the camera, explaining farm routines with clarity and warmth. With Hilarie by his side, he began filming the rhythm of their days, feeding animals, working the fields, and tending to the land with care. The channel found its audience not through gimmicks, but through authenticity. Videos like How We Started the Farm and Disking Fields, Hay Choices, and Happy Cattle drew hundreds of thousands of views. Pete's passion for restoring vintage farmall tractors, including models like the 856 and MD, became a favorite among viewers, offering not just mechanical how-tos but stories woven with history. Growth came gradually, built on consistency and trust. By 2025, the channel had grown to nearly 495,000 subscribers and over 680 videos. Viewers were drawn to Pete's calm voice, honest storytelling, and thoughtful insights. What began as a simple video diary had evolved into a community and a quiet movement, celebrating the beauty of a life rooted in purpose and the land. Today, Just a Few Acres Farm stands as a powerful example of what can grow from 45 acres and a clear vision. In an era dominated by large-scale agriculture, Pete and Hilarie Larson have created something rare, a small farm that thrives by staying true to its values. Nestled in New York's Finger Lakes region, their land supports a well-rounded operation: pasture-raised chickens for eggs and meat, turkeys, pigs, and Dexter cattle for beef. Every product is sold directly to local customers. No shipping, no farm tours, and no live animal sales. These boundaries are intentional, allowing the Larsons to stay focused, present, and balanced. Pete's love for vintage farmall tractors continues to shape the farm's character. These machines aren't just cost-effective. They're part of the story, humming through the fields with a charm all their own. The Larsons' commitment to a no-debt lifestyle remains central. It keeps their operation grounded, flexible, and free from the pressures of overproduction. Their YouTube channel has become more than a creative outlet, it's a financial pillar. With daily earnings estimated between $70 and $1,000, the channel provides breathing room, allowing the family to reduce livestock numbers and put sustainability at the forefront. Pete also shares their journey through his book, A Year and a Day on Just a Few Acres, and the family sells branded merchandise, including hats, shirts, and kids gear, through farmfocused.com. On Instagram, at Just a Few Acres Farm offers glimpses of daily life, while YouTube remains the heart of their online presence. There, Pete teaches not just about farming, but about resilience and meaningful living. With farm sales, digital income, and side ventures working in harmony, the Larsons have built a small farm that doesn't just survive, but truly thrives. What's next for Pete and Hilarie Larson? The farm continues to be their foundation, with plans to enhance infrastructure and deepen their self-sufficient way of life. Pete's passion for education continues to grow. "Farming taught me patience," he once said, "but sharing it with others gives me purpose." He hopes to expand the YouTube channel with more content on soil health, animal care, and practical, sustainable methods, resources that could inspire a new generation of small-scale farmers. The Larsons remain open to future ventures that align with their values, including new technologies or local market opportunities. Pete's enthusiasm for vintage tractors still plays a big part in their lives, with events like the Red Power Roundup offering chances to connect with fellow enthusiasts and celebrate timeless craftsmanship. Their journey is a story of growth, embracing change while staying grounded in tradition. Just a Few Acres Farm is more than a working homestead. It's a legacy in motion. Through simple living and hard-earned wisdom, Pete and Hilarie have built something lasting. From restoring an 1870 farmhouse to building a loyal YouTube community, their story celebrates purpose over profit and reminds us that meaningful work begins at home. Whether you dream of rural life or simply crave a deeper connection with what matters, their journey offers hope and inspiration. Thank you for walking through their story with us. If it touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it forward. Leave a comment. What lesson from Pete and Hilarie sticks with you most? Until next time, stay grounded and keep growing.